Hello, welcome to another Maths for Fun Maths Makes. My name is Trish and I'm normally an A-level or GCSE maths tutor, but during the summer holidays I like to involve maths with a bit of craft. So today we are making factor aliens, these little devils. Now if you don't know what a factor is a number that will divide into another one exactly. And the best way to find these factors are to use your times table knowledge. So if I wanted to do 15, to find the factors of 15, I think, okay, how can I make 15 by timesing things together? And I know that 1 times 15 makes 15. And I also know that 3 times 5 makes 15. Okay, see how it's happening? So if I do 12, there's lots of different ways to make 12. So I can do 1 times 12 makes 12. 2 times 6 makes 12, and 3 times 4 makes 12. So all these numbers that are on the hands are known as factors, and the easiest way is to find them in pairs. Okay, so it looks quite nice to make one of these. However, it's got rules. The hands on these factor aliens need to all be different. Okay, so all the hands must be different, but occasionally you might find an alien where 2 hands could end up being the same. So what you do is, I picked up the wrong one. So what you do is, if they've got 2 numbers the same, like 36, 6 times 6 makes 36, you make them become antennae. Okay, so all the hands must be different. They must come in pairs. And if you happen to find a pair of numbers that are exactly the same to make your number that you've made here, you make them become antennae. And there's method in what I'm doing here. There's a reason why I'm making you make your aliens look like this. Okay, but we need to know how to make them, so let's crack on with the craft.
So for today's craft, you're going to need some card, an A4 sheet that's been cut into half, that's known as A5, a pair of scissors, scrap piece of paper, glue, chenille sticks. These used to be called pipe cleaners in my day, but you know what I mean, these things, chenille sticks, a pencil, and also some sellotape. That's all you need for today. So the first thing we're going to do is get all our bits and pieces together to actually build our alien. Now I'm going to build an alien for the number 15. So the first thing I need to know is, how can I make 15 by timesing 2 numbers together? So I can do 1 times 15, or not in the 2 times table. It's in the 3 times table. I can do 3 times 5. It's not in the 4 times table, and I'm back round to 5 again. So I know I have now got all the factors for 15. So that means I need to make 4 sets of hands. So I've noted that to myself. Right, so let's make our alien shape. Start off. So you're going to take your A5 sheet of card and fold that in half. And then, using the whole piece of card, draw your alien shape. So it's like a bit like a sort of upside down U with a wiggly bottom. And you're going to cut that out. And then, using my smaller piece of card, I am going to make my 4 sets of hands. Now I've made myself a little hand template here so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to again fold that piece of card in half. And the reason why we're folding these cards in half is so that we can cut out 2 identical pieces. So I'm going to use my template and draw myself. I needed 4 sets of hands. So that's 1 set there, and 2 sets, and 3 sets. So I'm going to squeeze another one in here, so I can fit it in. 3 sets. Oops. And another one, 4 sets. I will also need a big old circle for my eye. And I will need some kind of sort of starry shape. Not going to do it there, let's do it this side. Need a starry shape for my number. So now I've got all my bits and pieces ready to cut out and stick onto my alien. Also, make sure you've got your arms ready. Now these pipe cleaners, these chenille sticks are quite long, so you just need to chop it in half. Just fold it, cut it in half, like that, and then you'll have your bits ready. Right, I'm going to chop out all my bits here, and I'll see you in a mo. So now I have everything I need to put my alien together, and what I've done, I've lined up my 2 pieces of card here opened them out and then put a G on each side so I know which side I'm gluing. The hands, it's easy to spot. And you can also see that I've also put on each pair, I have put my numbers that I need to make 15. So I know that 1 times 15 makes 15 and 3 times 5 makes 15. Also coloured in my eye, and I've put 15 on my star that will go on my body of my alien. So the first thing to do is, I'll move those out of the way, is to stick down your 2 arms. So with a little bit of sellotape, just stick down your arms right in the middle there. It doesn't need to go all the way across, just slap it in the middle. And both of my arms are now stuck down. Okay, and that was on the G side. So that's where my glue bit goes. And on my other one, I'm going to take my non-G side. So there's my G, flip it over. And using my glue, I'm going to stick my eye on. And also the number that it's going to be. So this is number 15. Okay, so I should now have one side that's got my 2 chenille sticks on, and one side that's got my eye and my 15 on, and they should nicely line up so they will overlap, because we're going to go gluey. I'm going to put glue on the bottom, glue on the top, make it all good and gluey, and then stick those 2 pieces together. So there it is. Okay. If I had my alien had antennae, I would have a pair that's sticking up here, so I just stuck those down before I actually attach my 2 body pieces together. So now I just need to take my hands. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to colour code my arm. So the green arm is going to be 1 times 15, and then all you do is you put glue on one side, one of your hands, and pop the pipe cleaner over the top, and then you should find the other one will just stick nicely. Hold it down for a little bit, especially pinch around either side of where you've got your chenille stick, just so that holds down. And then you just need to do that with all of your little hands, and then you will have your complete monster, your complete factor alien.
Okay, so now you should have your alien. So all you remember you had to do is just on one side sellotape those chenille sticks, those pipe cleaners down. So if you had antennae, make sure they're sticking up the top. And then glue your 2 pieces together and stick your eye and your number on. Okay, give it a smiley face. Someone got a smiley face, this one's got a tooth. Okay, so give them a bit of character, give them a smiley face as well. Now, there are special numbers that you need to know about, and these factor aliens are going to help you find out about them. So this one's got many arms, it's got 4 arms, that's got 6 arms. However, you will find that perhaps sometimes you might have done an alien that's only got 2 arms. Now these 2-armed aliens are special because the numbers that they have got on them are known as prime numbers. So to be a prime number, it has to have 2 different factors, it has to have 2 different arms. So your 2-armed aliens are known as prime numbers. Then we had the ones that were even more special, and I said you couldn't have a repeating arm, could you? And if you did have a repeating number, you had to make it become a pair of antennae. So 36 had 6 times 6, so I made those a pair of antennae. Now, these aliens that have got antennae are known as square numbers. 36 is a square number because 6 times 6 makes 36. And if I did 6 across and 6 down, it would have 36 squares in it, and a 6 by 6 thing looks like a square. That's why it's called a square number. It all makes sense. Okay, so these factor aliens are a nice way of helping you spot square numbers and prime numbers. Okay, so it also helps you practice your times tables as well. Now, if any teachers are watching, these make brilliant board displays, or even do them at home. Do all the numbers up to 20 and see if you can spot how many square numbers are there and how many prime numbers are there. That would be a nice thing to do. But these make great displays for schools. So if you're doing factors and prime numbers and square numbers at school, suggest to your teacher that you could do a board display of factor aliens and see if you can spot your primes and your squares, okay, amongst them. Have fun making those. You could make them out of foam. You don't have to do them out of coloured card. You could colour it in, make them rainbow coloured, doodle patterns on them. You can make them as funky as you like, but they're very useful for you practicing your times tables and helping you spot different types of number. Lovely. Have fun doing those, and I will see you next time for another Maths Makes.